I won't be awful looking for the rest of my life.
The plastic surgeon will do what he can. They perform miracles these days.
Oh, that's what I got to look forward to. A miracle.
This is a hospital, Angie. We've got real problems here.
I don't care what kind of problems you have. I just don't want to be horrible looking for the rest of my life.
Look, your face will be healed in a few days, and we'll take off the bandages. We'll know how we stand after the plastic surgeons have a look at it.
I don't want anybody to see my face. I don't even want to see it myself. Let's just leave the bandages on it.
Angie, you can't hide behind these bandages forever. You'll have to get used to your face, however it is. Come back into the world again. Live again.
What's to be alive with a face like this? I wish I were dead.
You were quite a handful, Angie.
I know. I'm really sorry. You and Jessie Brewer were the only two who could probably handle me.
Yes, Jessie could always handle people.
Is she on staff here?
No. I'm afraid she passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh.
We all miss her around here. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think of her. She was a wonderful person. A perfect nurse, really.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's quite all right, Meg. We were just doing a little reminiscing.
Oh, that's nice.
Is there any news yet?
I'm afraid not. Your daughter's still in labor, but they promised to let us know if there's a change.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you believe it, Dr. Hardy? I'm going to be a grandmother.
Oh, Angie, a grandmother. That's great. Great. Well, your life is working out for you after all, isn't it?
Well, after a very rough beginning.
You were very young.
I made a lot of mistakes.
You're not alone there, Angie. Everybody makes mistakes.
Big clusters and all that. Oh, the red one?
Oh, Sean.
Sean, Amy.
I have to talk to you.
Amy, don't worry. I'll be here for Steve's party, okay?
Oh, that's good, but that's not what I have to talk to you about.
Well, what is it?
It's about Dr. Chamberlain and that woman that's missing.
Amy, did you get to the point?
I am. That woman that you're looking for, Michelle Bales, I saw her.
You sure?
Yeah. I mean, I saw her picture in the newspapers, and she looked really, really familiar to me. But it's really hard to tell because so many people come through this hospital every day.
You saw her in this hospital?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. She came here to the hospital looking for Ryan.
Now, you're absolutely sure about that?
Of course I'm sure.
Sure enough to testify in court about it?
Oh, well, then I'd have to be positive. I mean, there's a difference between being sure and being positive, and I don't really want to get anybody into any kind of trouble.
Amy, look, this is very, very important, so you have to try and remember. In fact, why don't we start from the beginning again?
Okay, let me get rid of a few things here, and then I'll leave you alone for your interview.
You know, I appreciate you doing this, Tony, because I don't know where I would have found surrogate mothers, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Stepped in here.
Not exactly an ad that you put in the grocery store bulletin board, is it? You don't want a gestation oath?
I don't think so. How many you got coming?
3, and they all come recommended.
Tony?
Uh-huh.
What do I ask them?
Well, you know, they've all done this before, so politely ask them about their experiences as a surrogate.
Uh-huh.
That's a place to start. And then, I don't know, just go by your heart.
Yeah, okay. I can do that.
That's the first one.
Why'd you ring it up? Hello. Hello.
You can stop looking at me that way.
Which way?
You're looking at me like a prize-winning brood mare at the county fair.
I've never done this before.
Well, I have. This your first time, huh?
It's obvious.
Afraid so.
Yeah, okay, well. Miss Wilma Becker.
That's right. You can find everything you need to know in that file. Why don't you read it, and that way you don't have to ask me any unnecessary questions. Finish so soon?
Well, you know what I'm thinking? It's just that it's probably better to just talk to you. You know, that way I can get to know you kind of on a personal level.
Why?
Why? Well, because if you're going to carry our baby, I just like to know what makes you tick.
Okay. Well, I've done this once before. I got 2 kids to put through school, and this pays pretty well. And as far as I'm concerned, I treat my body like an appliance.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you and your wife have got the bread dough rising in the pan, and you're just looking for an oven, right?
Well, I've just never heard it put that way before.
I don't mean to offend you, but that's the way I see things. So it's up to you to decide whether you want to plug me in.
Those stuffy Quartermains when I married Alan. Do you remember how? Marrying me wasn't enough of a shock. My dress sure was. I guess you could say I had them all seeing red. Happy anniversary, General Hospital.
Oh, Angie, I'm so glad you haven't held any grudges against Steve, because I remember he was pretty rough on you.
I see. So you've always had a little problem with your bedside manner, huh?
I'm afraid Angie didn't leave me much choice. She was a very angry young woman.
Yes, but Dr. Hardy was the only one on staff that could handle me. Like so many teenagers, I had a lot of problems, and things got very bad, and there were times when I didn't understand why I was even living.
Jesse, please. This can't go on, Angie. You're disrupting the entire floor, disturbing all the other patients, making a nuisance of yourself to everyone.
I'm sorry. I just can't help it. I can't stand to think what's going to happen to me. Tomorrow, next year, or ever.
How about crossing one bridge at a time? I'll send up another supper tray and see you in the morning.
Are you going off duty?
Yes, I am.
Please, Dr. Hardy, don't go. Please. Please.
Angie, stop it.
Please, just this once, don't go. Everything is such a mess. Please. Please
Now,
don't
wait a
go.
minute, Angie. There's nothing wrong with you, and there's no reason for me to stay tonight. You've got to grow up, Angie, starting right away. We've done what we can for you, and we'll do whatever we can for your face. There's nothing wrong with you. So grow up, Angie. I'm sorry, Peg.
I was beginning to worry. But if we don't linger over dinner, we'll still make the curtain.
Don't you worry. Nothing's going to stop us tonight. Nothing. This is our night.
Steve, I could... But not here.
Seventh floor. Yes, can you wait just a minute, please? Dr. Hardy, it's for you. Can't you tell him he's left?
This is Dr. Hardy. What's that? How high did his blood pressure go? Well, that's strange. He ought to be having a good reaction by now. Well, I'd better see him. Yes, now. I'm sorry, Peg. I've got to look in on a patient.
You mean for a minute?
It'll be longer than that. He's not responding to medication properly. I want to find out why.
Steve, why is it always you?
Look, Peg, it's my job. I prescribed the treatment and it's not working out. I have to find out what the reason is.
Can't someone else find out?
Dr. Hardy, calling Dr. Hardy.
I'm sorry, Peg. Oh, maybe you could find someone else to go with you.
You think that would be the same thing?
Well, no, Peg.